Good afternoon, Louis. Just wondering how your captain is and whether there's any chance of him being involved this weekend or whether you're going to stick to the under-21s plan, perhaps.
No, that's also the weekend. So.
But will he play for the first team or will he play for your youth team?
He's playing for the under-21, and it's going very well. He has trained with us only two times, so it's not too much. So he has to build up his capacity in the 21 team.
How much more difficult does it make your job having all these players suddenly back on the training field?
It makes my job more easy because I can select better, but it makes the time for my players a little bit more difficult because there was a time that I could not select only the fit players. And now with all the youngsters who has proved that they are capable to play, with all the players who are coming back, now I have to select. And I have a bigger squad. So I have said also to my players, you have to help your colleagues when they are not selected. Because now a lot of players are not selected to play or sitting on the bench.
There were some reports from your homeland this week that you turned down a technical role at the Dutch FA. Were they accurate reports, Louis? Was that right? Was that the case?
I don't want to respond to these kind of questions because what I discuss with the federation, it has to be between the federation and me. It's the same thing that I answered, or that I don't answer the questions about my discussions with the board of Manchester United.
Look, we're looking ahead to Tottenham. What sort of a job do you think Mauricio Pochettino has done to get Tottenham into a position where they could win the league?
I think they have a very good squad. I have said that also last year. I think he made a team of this squad of individual players, and they are pressing high, they are playing a very good positional game, and they score goals. They score a lot of goals. And they have also a lot of clean sheets. So it's a very good team in organization structures. So that's, I think, that you can give credits to Mauricio Pochettino.
And how much confidence does your record against the top seven in the Premier League give you ahead of this match as well? You've only lost once against the top seven.
Yes, but it is. It's not so interesting, my record. It is interesting for the players that they have to win this game and at this moment, because we have still to close a gap of 1 point. And we have to win, and we are dependable of the results of our competitors. But we have to win. So I have to say every week we must win. And the pressure is our pressure.
Louis, how do you rate Tottenham's chances of winning the title? You've only got a point to make up on City, but they've got 7 on Leicester. It could be 10 by kick-off. What do you think?
Yeah, normally it is 10, of course, because we have to win. We must win, so we shall win. No, it is not so easy, but yeah, it's very difficult, because the pressure is also for Tottenham Hotspur now, because they have to close the gap also with Leicester City. So it's in the same position more or less as Manchester United at this time. And I think till this time, Leicester City is in a very good position.
Louis, with your record, 1 defeat against the top 7 in 9 games, more points against those teams than anyone else. Why is it you're so much better against the better sides? And is there something you can work on against the sides at the other end of the division?
Yeah. I think that's a very intelligent question, because I have said already a lot of times we need creative players, also more fast players, quick thinking players, because the lower teams are mostly parking the bus, as the Englishmen say, and and that's more difficult. The top teams wants to play against us, and then we can play also, and that's the big difference. I have analyzed it at that way.
And what is it that Leicester have done that you and the other teams perhaps have failed to do this season? What is it that's got them into the position that they're in now, do you think?
Yeah, Leicester play always in the same way. They organize very good defensively, and they play directly with counter-attacks. I think it is always more easy to do that, but everybody accepts that also of Leicester City. But they do it fantastically, I think, and I like the way they play, because they play like a team, and the players take a lot of responsibility to them, and you can see that how they do that, and a lot of energy in the games. And of course they have also players who suits that, but you can always say that afterwards. You have to see it before you create a team. And I think Ranieri, or the man who has selected the players, has done a great work.